Welcome to our Premier League News live update. It's a beautiful game we cover, and today's no different. We've got goals, gaffes, and maybe even a transfer rumour or two. Stay tuned for the latest scores, updates, and breaking news from the world of football. We'll be right back after the break with a look at the latest developments in the Mainoo contract saga. Don't go anywhere. So, young Kobbie Mainoo, Manchester United through and through, finds himself at a crossroads. The young midfielder, who has been with the club since he was a boy, is now facing one of the most critical decisions of his budding career. Bit of a tricky one, this. It's not just about the money or the length of the contract, it's about his future, his development and his dreams. The lad's got talent, bags of it. His dribbling, his vision, his ability to read the game. These are qualities that make him stand out on the pitch. You can see it every time he steps on the pitch. His presence is undeniable and his potential is sky high. He's just turned 18, already made a handful of appearances for the first team, even scored in pre-season. Not bad, eh? For someone so young, he's already shown glimpses of what he can bring to the table. But his contract is up next summer and there's a bit of a standoff going on. Negotiations have hit a snag and it's causing quite a stir. Word on the street is that United have offered him a new deal, a long-term one at that. They see him as a key part of their future plans. They can see his potential, want to tie him down, and rightly so. The club is keen to secure his services for the long haul. But here's the rub. Mainoo or his representatives aren't totally convinced. They have their reservations. And it's not just about the financials. They want assurances, and you can't blame them. They want to know that Mainoo will be given the opportunities he needs to grow and develop. They want to know he's part of Ten Hag's plans, that he'll get game time, a chance to develop. It's crucial for his career trajectory. It's a big decision for a young lad, a life-changing one. The weight of this choice is immense, and it could shape his entire career. On the one hand, you've got the club he's supported since he was a boy, the club that gave him his chance. The emotional ties are strong. On the other, you've got his career, his future, the need to play regularly, to develop, to become the player he's destined to be. He needs to be playing, not warming the bench. Regular game time is essential for his growth and confidence. It's a delicate situation, a real test for both the club and the player. Balancing ambition with loyalty is never easy. United don't want to lose one of their brightest prospects, but they also can't be held to ransom. They need to find a middle ground. Mainoo needs to back himself, but he also needs to be realistic. The balance between ambition and pragmatism is key. There's a lot of interest in him. Premier League clubs sniffing around, foreign clubs too. Dortmund, apparently, quite keen. The options are plentiful. They've got a good track record with young players, haven't they? Sancho, Bellingham, Haaland. Dortmund could be a tempting option. It's a big decision, a real sliding doors moment for young Kobbie. The path he chooses now could define his career. Does he stay loyal to the club he loves, hoping for a chance? The allure of staying at Manchester United is strong. Or does he take a leap of faith back himself and move on? Only time will tell. The decision is monumental, one thing's for sure. It's a saga that's going to run and run. The football world will be watching closely. We'll keep you updated, don't you worry about that. Stay tuned for more on this developing story. Well, looks like Everton have finally bitten the bullet and brought in a new CEO. This is a significant move for the club, one that fans have been eagerly anticipating for quite some time. About time too, some might say. They've been crying out for some fresh ideas, some stability, some leadership at the top. The club has been in desperate need of a guiding hand to steer them through these turbulent times. The new man at the helm is none other than, wait for it, David Harrison. A name that might not ring a bell for many, but he comes with a wealth of experience. Now, I know what you're thinking. David who? And to be honest, I'm not surprised. He's not exactly a household name, is he? But sometimes it's the unsung heroes who make the biggest impact. He's coming in from outside the world of football, which might not be a bad thing. A fresh pair of eyes and all that. Sometimes an outsider's perspective can bring innovative solutions to long-standing problems. He's got a background in finance, worked for some big hitters in the city, so he knows how to balance the books. Financial stability is crucial for any football club, especially one with Everton's ambitions. That's got to be a good thing, right? Everton fans will be hoping he can work his magic at Goodison. The supporters are desperate for some good news, something to lift their spirits. They've had a rough few years, haven't they? Flirting with relegation, changing managers like they changed their socks. It's been a roller coaster ride, and not the fun kind. They need someone to steady the ship, to build something lasting. A long-term vision is what the club needs, and hopefully Harrison can provide that. It's a tough job, no doubt about it. The Premier League is a ruthless business, a pressure cooker environment. Every decision will be scrutinised, every move analysed, but Harrison seems up for the challenge. He's talking a good game, saying all the right things. His initial statements have been promising, but actions speak louder than words. Now he needs to deliver. He's got his work cut out for him, that's for sure. The expectations are high and the margin for error is slim. The squad needs strengthening, the finances need sorting out, and the fans need something to cheer about. No pressure then, David. It's a monumental task, but one that could define his career. It'll be interesting to see what changes he makes, what direction he takes the club in. Will he focus on youth development, or will he bring in experienced players to steady the ship? Will he splash the cash? Will he back Lampard? Will he be the man to finally bring some silverware back to Goodison? Only time will tell. The fans are eager for success and the pressure is on. One thing's for sure, it's a new era at Everton. A fresh start, a new beginning. The potential is there, but it needs to be harnessed. Let's hope it's a successful one. The fans deserve it, the club deserves it, and with a bit of luck, David Harrison might just be the man to deliver it. Well, leave it to Sporting Lisbon's manager Ruben Amorim to add a bit of spice to the Premier League narrative. Known for his candid and often cheeky remarks, Amorim has once again managed to grab the headlines, this time with a playful jab at Arsenal's Mikel Arteta. He's been making waves with his latest comments, and they haven't gone unnoticed, particularly by those of an Arsenal persuasion. The Gunners faithful are always on high alert when it comes to their beloved manager, and Amorim's words have certainly struck a chord. See, Amorim's been singing the praises of Mikel Arteta, and rightly so. Arteta has transformed Arsenal into a formidable force, and his tactical acumen has been widely recognised. The job Arteta's done at Arsenal is nothing short of remarkable. From a team struggling to find its identity, he has moulded them into genuine title contenders, a feat that deserves all the accolades it gets, turned them from top four also-rans to title contenders in the blink of an eye. It's a transformation that has brought joy to the Arsenal fans and fear to their rivals, but here's where it gets interesting. Amorim, never one to shy away from a bit of banter, decided to spice things up a bit. Amorim, in his moment of praise, couldn't resist a cheeky little dig, a playful jab, if you will. It's almost as if he enjoys stirring the pot just to see the reactions it provokes. He said something along the lines of Arteta being one of the best young managers in the world, but that he's lucky he's got a good team. A comment that, while complimentary, also carries a hint of playful mischief. Now, on the surface it seems like a harmless comment, a bit of banter between colleagues, but in the world of football, where every word is scrutinised, it quickly became a talking point. But you know how these things go. It gets blown out of proportion, twisted by the media, next thing you know, it's headline news. The media loves a good story, and Amorim's comments provided just that. And that's exactly what's happened. The headlines were ablaze with Amorim's cheeky dig, and it didn't take long for the Arsenal fans to react. The Arsenal faithful, understandably protective of their beloved manager, have taken umbrage. They see it as a slight against Arteta and the hard work he's put in. They're up in arms, crying foul, accusing Amorim of disrespect. Social media has been buzzing with reactions, with fans defending Arteta and criticising Amorim. They're up in arms, crying foul, accusing Amorim of disrespect. But let's be honest, it's all a bit of a storm in a teacup, isn't it? In the grand scheme of things, it's just a bit of playful banter. But let's be honest, it's all a bit of a storm in a teacup, isn't it? Amorim's comments were clearly tongue-in-cheek, a bit of playful ribbing. He wasn't trying to start a feud, he was just having a bit of fun. Amorim's comments were clearly tongue-in-cheek, a bit of playful ribbing. He wasn't being serious, he was just trying to add a bit of colour to the conversation. It's the kind of banter that makes football so entertaining. He wasn't being serious. He was just trying to add a bit of colour to the conversation. Besides, there's an element of truth to what he said. Arteta has done a fantastic job, no doubt about it. Besides, there's an element of truth to what he said. Arteta has done a fantastic job, no doubt about it, but he's also been fortunate to have a talented squad at his disposal. You can't deny that. Arteta has done a fantastic job, no doubt about it, but he's also been fortunate to have a talented squad at his disposal. You can't deny that. The likes of Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, They're all top-class players, but he's also been fortunate to have a talented squad at his disposal. You can't deny that. The likes of Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, they're all top-class players. They've all flourished under Arteta's guidance, but they were always destined for great things. The likes of Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, they're all top-class players. They've all flourished under Arteta's guidance, but they were always destined for great things. It's a testament to both the players' abilities and Arteta's management. They've all flourished under Arteta's guidance, but they were always destined for great things. At the end of the day, it's just a bit of harmless fun. Amorim's entitled to his opinion, even if it's delivered with a mischievous grin. At the end of the day, it's just a bit of harmless fun. Amorim's entitled to his opinion, even if it's delivered with a mischievous grin. And Arteta, I'm sure, is big enough and ugly enough to take it in his stride. Amorim's entitled to his opinion, even if it's delivered with a mischievous grin. And Arteta, I'm sure, is big enough and ugly enough to take it in his stride. So, let's not get too carried away, and Arteta, I'm sure, is big enough and ugly enough to take it in his stride. So, let's not get too carried away. It's just a bit of pre-season banter, nothing more, nothing less. So let's not get too carried away. It's just a bit of pre-season banter, nothing more, nothing less. The football world thrives on these little moments of drama and humour. It's just a bit of pre-season banter, nothing more, nothing less. Now, can we talk about something important like who's going to win the league this year? The new season is just around the corner and there's plenty to look forward to. Now, can we talk about something important like who's going to win the league this year? The new season is just around the corner and there's plenty to look forward to. The excitement, the drama, the unexpected twists and turns. That's what makes football so captivating. Well, that's all the time we have for today's Premier League News Live. We've seen some fascinating developments, haven't we? From contract standoffs to new appointments, the drama never ends in the Premier League. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more Premier League updates. See you next time on our Premier League News Live.